What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's Kev. Today we're going to talk about Ethereum. And the reason why I want to talk about Ethereum is because, one, Ethereum is one of the keys to unlock altcoin outperformance. And two, I am seeing things on Ethereum, on all of the Ethereum charts, that are telling me that potentially something very big is coming for Ethereum. And now when I say all the Ethereum charts, you probably wonder, what does that even mean? What are all the Ethereum charts? I'm talking about the ETHUSD chart, which is what we're looking at right now. I'm talking about the ETH dominance chart and the ETH versus Bitcoin chart. Now, let me say again, right? ETH's overall performance against Bitcoin and against the market is one of the keys that leads to altcoin season, right? What I like to call durable altcoin outperformance. ETH has been trading, well, we could just put it like this. ETH is currently trading at the same exact price it was trading at in April of 2021. All ETH has done since April of 2021 is trade pretty much, I don't want to say sideways because these are big moves, but basically if you zoom out on the monthly chart, you can see that ETH has done really nothing but trade in this massive range, right? There hasn't been any real moves like we've seen in the past, right? You see bull market here, bear market, consolidation, next bull market, right? We haven't had that. We've done nothing but trade basically sideways in a very, very large range. But I'm seeing things that are so historical that I had to make a video about it because to me, it can't be ignored anymore. It just cannot be ignored. I think it's extremely important to bring up, and I think we're already starting to see early signs of this potentially getting ready to play out. First and foremost, we could go back to the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months on Ethereum, right? Starting in December and ending in April, we had this massive, massive correction in Ethereum. In April, as you can see, if we zoom in a little bit, this is all on the monthly time frame, you had this massive demand candle come in, right? This is a massive demand candle. It came in around $1,400, okay? We have never really seen a candle like this in Ethereum's history besides right here, right? So as you can see, a lot of similarities there between this major correction, demand candle, follow through to the upside, right? We actually also saw one maybe back here, this bigger candle here, or maybe even these little candles here, but not quite the same, right? And the reason why these are all similar and maybe not something like this is because these candles came after major correctional periods, right? These are the candles that come after major correctional periods, right? You could find similarities, right? But the ones that look the most similar are this candle and this candle, right? So anytime that Ethereum has ever gotten one of these massive monthly demand candles, you can, after having starting the month with a huge move down, you can see what comes after, right? Now this is just scratching the surface of what I'm seeing, but I kind of just want to go over the USD chart so we can kind of get a good look at where we are now. So beyond that demand candle that we received on the monthly time frame, you could call this candle a lot of different things, right? An inverse hammer candle. I like to just call them demand candles, right? It's either a buy demand candle or a sell demand candle. It's just a demand candle. As you could see, which is what we really wanted to see, is follow through to the upside in the next month, right? So in April, you get your demand candle. In May, you get your massive move to the upside. And I believe this was a 40% candle, 41% candle. The body of the candle, right? It's even bigger than that if you include the wick, but the body of the candle is 41%. We also came down and tested the monthly super trend and did not break it. So this was really your clue right here. When we came down here and tested this monthly super trend, and it was like guaranteed to break at this point. I mean, look how deep it went. We were done, right? We were over. It was finished. We came all the way back up and ended up closing that monthly candle above it. And then we've seen this massive follow through to the upside. Now, let's take a look at some of the monthly indicators. As you can see, this is massive, folks. This is massive. This is the type of stuff that I don't make a video about an individual coin for no reason. There's things here. Let's not forget, ETH is the number 2 crypto in the world, right? ETH is the leader of the altcoins. If you want your altcoin durable outperformance, one, you're going to need monetary policy. From a guidance perspective, you don't actually necessarily need it. We just need that guidance of looser monetary policy coming, which I think we're getting closer and closer to getting. But overall, you're going to need ETH to perform, right? You're going to need ETH to lead the way. It's as simple as that. It's the way it's always been. Will it change one day? Maybe. But for now, that's what we need. On the monthly time frame, we're also about to get the monthly stock RSI cross, right? So, massive, right? And it's not just this lollygagging type of cross that you got back here, which ended up leading to big moves. This is a V-shaped cross, right? Now, we haven't seen it yet, but it's coming, right? It's coming. We just need that orange line and the blue line to cross the 20 level, okay? Very, very bullish. These are the times where you want to accumulate ETH, okay? Yeah, I mean, just as you can see, the last time we crossed that 20 level, we had a massive rally in Ethereum, right? Last time we had the monthly stock RSI cross right here, right? And that was back basically in the bear market, okay? We have not had a post-halving year monthly stock RSI cross on ETH, and we're about to get that. Whale money flow at the lowest level, almost tied for the lowest level it's ever been, and it's reversing. The MACD has been coiling up since 2020 on ETH. Look at the histogram. You have your red momentum, less momentum to the downside, less momentum to the downside, less momentum to the upside, less momentum to the upside. This is coiling up, right? You can see it. It's symmetric. It's like a symmetrical triangle forming on the MACD, on the monthly MACD. Okay? And as we can see, ETH typically on the monthly RSI tops out at these levels that we always see crypto top out at, right? Now, do we need to get to those levels this time? No, you don't have to. But you could see the trend, right? In these bull cycles, when things line up, you see the big, big moves to the upside. In this bull market, we haven't even seen ETH break the 70 level on the monthly time frame RSI, right? And that's usually when the real moves start to begin. When you break that 70 level on the RSI, on the monthly RSI, you get parabolic moves to the upside, okay? For example, look, break the 70 level right here, parabolic move. Break the 70 level right here, parabolic moves. We're not even close to that point. And lastly, on the monthly time frame, we are getting a buy signal on our market cipher indicator with the VWAP crossing the 0 line and money flow waving up to the upside. I mean, this chart is just astonishing. It doesn't get any more bullish than this, folks. It doesn't. And this is just the USD chart. Let's move over to the ETH dominance chart. Look at this. Look at this. Man, I mean, this is just incredible. As you can see, this is self-explanatory. We are at the same spot ETH dominance bottomed out at in 2019 and 2020 before it's starting its outperformance over Bitcoin. You came all the way down, massive bear market. Look at this, massive bear market. And now we are changing the tides. And what I'll show you is the Heikin-Ashi candles. As you can see, for the first time in over a year, Ethereum has changed the momentum against Bitcoin. ETH dominance has flipped green. We had these demand candles in the same zone that we had back in 2019 and 2020, and you are starting to see Ethereum outperform Bitcoin. It's been happening for weeks. No one seems to notice that Ethereum has been outperforming Bitcoin for about a month now, maybe a little longer than a month. Bitcoin went up 50%, ETH went up 90%, ETH dominance bottomed out, ETH versus Bitcoin bottomed out. And on top of that, similar to the ETHUSD chart, market cipher, buy signal to the upside in a massively oversold momentum wave. Look at this momentum wave. Look at all the room we can run. These are where we top out on ETH. Look at this. This is a monthly time frame, folks. This is incredible. Money flow starting to move to the upside. VWAP crossing the 0 line. Buy signal, right? Whale money flow. High, lowest it's ever been in history, reversing to the upside. Whales are starting to accumulate Bitcoin. Look at the stock RSI, right? Monthly stock RSI clipping to the upside, getting ready to cross the zero line after literally a 640-day consolidation period below the 20 level. This is a bear market, and the bear market is ending on Ethereum dominance. Lastly, the RSI came all the way down to the 16 level, getting ready to cross back above the 30 and the RSI moving average, which it has not done and held since all the way back in 2020, right? Anytime you've gotten back above, you've faded away, right? Because we were never at the major support. It's been in a bear market this whole time. Every single thing that I'm showing you is every indicator you can look at, high level indicators, low level indicators, every, structure, everything is pointing to Ethereum getting ready to start its long period of time of outperformance over Bitcoin. And it makes sense because the sentiment is at that point, and I think monetary policy is also going to get to that point where it supports that move, right? Because we do need that also. We don't need it in full-fledged interest rate cut. We just need the guidance. We need guidance. We need low inflation numbers. We need the macro to stay good, and it can happen, folks. It can happen. Lastly, ETH versus Bitcoin. Last chart we're going to look at, ETH versus Bitcoin. Right? Came basically down to the 0.5 fib retrace, bear market, very similar to the ETH versus ETH dominance. Right? Same levels. Look at that. You're getting your first flip of green on the Heikin-Ashi candles at major support. Right? The same major support levels that we found our reversal zone back in 2020. Right? Same levels, folks. Same levels. Monthly time frame. Money flow starting to move to the upside. VWAP curling up. Buy signal. Massive momentum wave. Massive momentum wave curling to the upside. Stock RSI. Look at this. You want to see something? Watch this. It took the stock RSI in the last bull market 761 days to consolidate. Right now, we're at 1,066 days of consolidation on the monthly stock RSI for ETH versus Bitcoin. It's game time, folks. It's game time. This thing is getting ready to cross back up to the upside. Look at that. This has basically been in a bear market for that long. I mean, it's actually astonishing. This thing has been in a bear market. It has not broken above the 50 level in over 1,066 days. I think that's about to change. I think the negativity has gotten so high on ETH, and it's happening right under everyone's nose, and no one is seeing it. These are just preliminary stages. It's going to take a little time. These are monthly time frames, folks. These things don't play out overnight. But I really do think that there's a lot of evidence from the recent price action and the 3 charts that I just showed you that heavily show that there is a heavy probability that ETH is going to start outperforming Bitcoin. It's going to start outperforming the market, and it's going to spark a massive altcoin outperformance. That's the end of the video, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe. If you guys want to join the Patreon, also the link will be in the description below, where you're going to get exclusive content and access to the premium Discord. Again, like and subscribe, leave a comment below, and have a nice night. Peace.